every +6, every pick. This is AFL Fantasy Live with the Traders. Now, here are your hosts, Roy, Calvin, and Warnie.
G'day with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet. I'm Roy, Coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the One Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator and Dog, you've got your smug t-shirt on, I can see.
But I'm not feeling anywhere near smug at the moment. We've got a few issues this week.
A lot of issues.
We thought the bye rounds were behind us.
Yes.
We thought, things are looking up. We go and sub all of our good players onto the team. We're missing a few good players this week.
The fantasy gods have
they're
struck us
unbelievable,
down.
aren't they?
A lot of people might have traded out. Max gone last week, so he's missing tonight for tonight's game.
That's right.
But the rucks is where it's at, and that's where the dramas are. So you blokes picked up Juicy Prusy.
Let's
Braden
rewind.
Pruse last week.
Let's rewind. Okay, all the way back to last weekend. You and I, late night call on Saturday. Saturday night, not a good time to be doing trades, Roy.
Not.
However, we decided to roll with the Juicy Prusy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Boom, injured, 14. The next on the Monday, the podcast, all sitting around, smug dog over there. He's doing his thing. Boys, can't believe you guys did that. You know, it's always fraught with danger, all this sort of stuff, right?
Come on.
And then, later that afternoon...
In his defence, in 10 minutes, Prusy did manage to get suspended and injured.
Yes.
Everything I said that he might do.
Right. But he then also injured Tim English.
Yeah.
And this is the drama.
This is the massive drama.
Drive-by.
Prusy out. Okay, Tim English is the obvious option. We spent an hour talking about Tim English on the podcast.
Yep.
About an hour later,
Bang.
Tim English ruled out for this week. Now, there's some concerns from the fantasy community about this as well.
Yes, explain it,
Dom. They play next Thursday night. So their round 16 game is Thursday, which is day 12 of the concussion protocols, which means he's allowed to play.
Right.
However, he had concussion, was it last year? Missed 4 weeks.
Look, the interesting part
He
of
could
that
be out
12
more than just
day
the
as
1
well,
week.
this is what people were concerned about. Because his symptoms didn't come till the next day, people were concerned that 12 days starts with the symptoms, but it starts with the incident.
When the injury was.
But like you
Makes
said, a month?
Yeah. So that could be, that's the concern.
I've gone a little bit deeper. I've bumped into Luke Beveridge earlier, and he said this. This is a quote. The timeline becomes pretty tight for round 16. If he's okay, he'll probably be eligible for the Brisbane game.
Ooh, eligible.
That'll be up in the air based on his history.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Were you at the presser?
Yeah, basically.
You did a pass to that.
Twitter.
That's, look, as a non-owner, I can only think how stressful that must be.
Poor dog.
I think it's
I
a
feel
trade.
sorry for him.
I think it's a trade. Where do you guys sit on that then?
It's interesting because you're a holder this year.
I've been a holder.
You have.
And I would have normally, if I had suitable cover, and that's the issue.
Well, cover is the issue as well. Popular trade in last week. Teakle was on fire.
I would have grabbed him if he was playing this week.
There you go.
That would
There's
have been
that
fine.
cover.
And then he got hurt.
I don't think his...
Did Prusy do it?
Probably.
Mate, I don't think we'll see Sam Hayes either. It sounds like they're pretty happy. Well,
Where's that
Well, there we go.
Are we listening to that?
There we go. So let's have a look.
This is unbelievable scenes.
I'll tell you what's going to go on, though, because that must mean...
it's come through there.
Now, teams must be
We're
getting
here.
close,
We're going
those
live
fellas.
again.
They must be coming live.
They
very
must be
soon. A
getting
couple of minutes
close.
away, boys. Right, first time just working hard on the live stream here. There's going out more than Facebook. So thanks to
100%.
anyone else jumping in, watching us live here on afl.com.au and the AFL Live app. Glad we're working out technology really well, boys. We're off to a flyer.
That's not our forte, but that'll get better. Now, the thing is, we're going to name the teams as they drop here.
Yes.
That's what we do.
So the issues that we've got then is we don't need other issues.
That's exactly right.
We don't need other issues.
We don't want them.
So at the moment, Bruce, holding or folding?
Hold.
It's a hold because I'm a sicko.
So what are you doing, though? How are you covering it?
I'm basically covering it with Jamison.
You're not going to do that.
I am rolling with Jamison.
Look, I've
30
got
points.
Jamo as well, but I can't do that. In your favour, I actually had crunched some numbers on Jamo, and it goes like 60-30, 60-30.
And where is it at the moment?
Guess what he's coming on?
Come on,
Yep, you're on track for a 60.
Against the Bombers.
60.
Friday night footy, too.
65.
Draper? Jeez.
Tell you what,
70.
Don't mind that. But, so, Dog, that's looking at the issues we've already got. So,
Yes. Now, Bruce, too, it sounds like it's definitely just a 1 week.
Yeah.
Through suspension, so it was a very minor ankle injury.
well, I'm a bit disappointed he didn't stay on for a start.
Yeah,
then I'm
could have got you more
disappointed
than
he got
14 points last week.
Exactly right. Butters, is a huge issue.
And that's another one.
Especially when we've been trying to get rid of him week after week. No offence to the great Buttermouse.
He's going really well.
He was back on track. It looked great. It looked like a great hold. He was on fire, but he has just unfortunately been finding a way this year to cop a knock.
Yeah.
But there's talk of him being 1 to 2 weeks. But I think he has to go.
He's got to go.
He has to go.
He's got to go.
So anyway, there's a big scramble on this week, but and Butters is just the cherry on top. That ruck issue is the huge one because people don't want to roll with Jamo.
I don't want to do it
for that 60.
I don't know.
Like that's not acceptable. And the names of the available rucks this week is not good.
No.
Remember back when we talked about set and forget at the start of the year?
Set and forget. What was that about?
Set and forget. The safer ones would have been Goldie, who's about 35 and supposedly on the way out, and Witsy, who came back early from a knee reco.
Yep.
The safest plays in there.
I know.
All right, boys. They've dropped.
Okay.
Around 15 teams are here. So we've obviously got tonight's game. You've probably seen all of that, so get your team sorted for that. We'll find out very shortly if there's any changes in that one. But for Friday night footy, let's start with the 7 o'clock game. Bit earlier than normal, so be switched on for that one.
Be switched
7
on.
p.m. for the Bulldogs and the Hawks. Now, Crozier and Jordan Sweet come into the side.
Sweet.
Duray's out injured, and so is Tim English, as we heard about before. Lockie McNeil, he's out as the Medi sub. Now, Hawthorn are bringing back quite a few here. McDonald, Warple's back.
Okay.
Also, Impey and Mitch Lewis. Blank is a new player, 190k defender.
Yeah.
What's he scoring like in the AFL?
I'm tipping not very good, dog.
No. They're out. So we've got Chad Wingard's out injured. Right. Draft coaches. First week back a draft for a few of us. Yeah. Callow's out omitted. Hardigan's omitted. Now, Frost is out injured. Will Day's out with health and safety protocols.
God, he's had a year and a half, hasn't he, Will Day? Like, I thought he was going bang this year, and he's just had no luck.
For the Eagles and the Bombers game, so that's an 8:40 start Eastern time, so 6:40 over in the West at Optus Stadium. Rotham, Liam Ryan and Tim Kelly are the ins there. They're out. So Dom Sheed is injured. So Clark doesn't stay in the 22 who was the Medi sub last week. Came on.
He had
he
was good.
Right. Nelson omitted and McGovern injured there. So for the Bombers, Kyle Langford, Nick Bryan and Will Snelling come into the squad with McGrath out injured. Andrew Phillips managed. Ham omitted the hamster.
What? Hamster? He gets
James Stewart, the Medi sub, which means that no Darcy Parish.
No Darcy
So
Parish.
that's a 2-week cork calf. That's been a thing this year.
It has.
It's
the bleeding of a cork calf.
It's a good one.
All right,
but
Saturday.
Good for Zach Merritt, surely.
He's
a lot.
He's due. He's due for a 120.
He'll have a day out.
We need it. Saturday afternoon, we've got Carlton and Freo at Marvel Stadium, 1:45. Brody Kemp and Josh Honey come in.
Sweet.
Get it? Good one.
Yeah.
Jack Martin's out injured. Now, Sam Durden as well, who some people got for the 1 week.
A lot of people did.
He's out injured as well. And
Corey Durden holds.
Lockie Fogarty is the Medi sub, and he's not into the 22. Now, for Freo, Liam Henry, Matt Taberner, and Michael Frederick come in. The good one there for anyone thinking about Sean Darcy is that Meek hasn't come into the team.
That is good.
So that is
good spotting, dog.
He has to be in play.
Hang on. Did he? He didn't play last week.
Meekie didn't play last week.
No.
I think he had a good
They had to buy the week before. Okay. Blake Acres out injured, and Walters injured, and Switkowski injured with Darcy Tucker, the Medi sub.
Yeah, okay.
Out. All right, let's go to the next one. Geelong and Richmond. So Gary Rowan, Jack Henry, Max Holmes come in. They're outs. Cooper Stevens omitted.
Does hurt.
Also Luke Dalhouse omitted, and Zach Guthrie has been managed.
The brother of. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, good one. Francis Evans, who was the Medi subs out. Now, Dusty comes back after his illness.
That's great for my draft, dog. Come on.
We've also got Ivan Soldo and Jack Ross. So Hugo Routh-Smith has been omitted. Kane Lambert injured. Noah Bolter injured. And Trent Cotchin injured.
Okay. Right, no big bullets so far.
I was going to say, so far so good here. Well, this is okay.
Very smooth sailing at the moment, yep.
And moving into the Saturday night game, 7:25 at the SCG, Sydney Swans. Ryan Clark,
your boy,
he's back. And Tom Hickey are the ins there. They're out. So O'Riordan is out injured, as well as Laddams, who is suspended, and Wicks, who has been omitted. For the Saints, Cooper Sharman comes in, but so does the man of steel.
Yeah,
couldn't go straight back.
Tell you what, he's been thrown around a bit in draft leagues.
Has he?
Trade bait. Yes, he has.
Really?
Yeah, around mine.
Well, he's probably come back earlier than what a lot of people may have predicted.
Right.
He didn't move out of my team, mate, my draft league.
Well, your team's so good.
Goodness, mate.
Ooh, a 1 week hold of Marshall. Paddy Ryder's been managed. Could you go there?
Oh, my God, it's in play.
It is in play.
Jack Higgins is out omitted and Bradley Hill, personal reason there for him. All right, Sunday, we've got our 3 matches there, and let's start with the 110 game.
Okay.
Which, I need to get to. Sorry, boys.
North Melbourne, Adelaide, dog.
Oh, North Melbourne, Adelaide.
There it is.
That's in Hobart.
It is in Hobart.
So we do have a debutant there, and that is Jackson Archer, son of.
There you go.
I've got some stats on him, dog. You want to hear
Are they
something?
big?
They're not big. He averaged 34 in the VFL from his 9 games. He had 52 last week, which is his highest score for the year.
Gosh, he's been on the extended bench for a
has,
number
yes.
of weeks, and he beat the door down with 52.
I'm telling you, he's going to beat a lot of people down.
Right.
Brucey style,
True,
Roy.
yeah.
So Jackson Archer's in. Mccrae, Taran Thomas, Zerha, Bona, and Coleman Jones are the ins to the squad. Their outs, Young's been suspended. Horn Francis, it feels like, because they had the bye, it feels like that was a while
Yeah,
ago,
a long
he's
time ago.
suspended. And Zeeble out face. He's
got a face?
Right.
How can he be out with a face?
Well, might be as rough
Hey,
looking
good
as yours,
Taran's
Calvin.
back.
So.
Cinders of the face, I reckon, Roy.
Cinder's nose.
For Adelaide.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Thilthorpe's out with that ankle that he injured last week. Their ins include Himmelberg, Hinge, Schoenberg, and Jones.
Chase is back.
Fake Himmelberg.
Nice work. Yeah, that's not the real him.
Collingwood and West GWS are playing at 3:20 at the MCG on Sunday, Arvo. And Rusco, Poulter, Chuggy.
Chuggy's back. Come on, Chuggy.
Sitting
as
that
well.
extended bench, yeah.
Degoe is out with personal reasons there. For GWS, their ins. Well, let's start with their outs. So Sproul omitted, Bruce suspended.
Come on, Bruce.
Peeling that
What?
hammy. Poor old Angwin in his first game. These debutants last
Yeah,
week did have a
carnage,
great time of
weren't
it. Out with a leg. So their ins, Lloyd, O'Halloran, Briggs come in to do the ruck.
Interesting.
Dirksen.
Yeah, Dirksen dog, 190k defender forward.
Right.
It's
Flexibility.
It's a no. Yes.
Taranto is back. So
Hey,
great
that's
news.
big.
That is big.
And Phil Davis is back.
Okay.
The Berg.
So what happens to Harry?
We'll get to that.
Berg. Okay,
Right.
Port Adelaide and Gold Coast to finish off the round here. So that's a 410.
It's a 410 dog.
Which is 340 in Adelaide.
Good maths,
Going
dog.
along there, Cal?
Great maths.
What do you call that? Australian?
Central Standard
Oh,
Time, mate.
good. I'm glad you were
Good
able to work
hit.
that one
God,
out.
I didn't even know where that came from, Roy.
I thought I nearly had you on one there. Right, so they're outs. Cleary, health and safety protocols. Butters with the knee and Teakle with that collarbone. Now, their ins does not include Sam Hayes, for anyone that was hoping for that.
Oh, wow.
Boak,
For example, Warney.
Motlop, Mackenzie, the Cannon, Bergman, Burgoyne, and also Schofield.
Burgoyne. What about
Sounds
the
like a
days when
throwback
we
there.
used to have the Burgoynes?
Yeah, the both of them.
Nothing better than that.
No, I agree.
Double Burgoyne in the midfield.
Into
For-
Chad Corn's captain.
Yes.
For
The
Gold
days.
Coast,
Delicious.
Jeffrey's out with a knee, and that's for the season too. He's been pretty good.
He
too
has
for
been
it.
has
good.
been
We
good.
didn't think he'd do what
Nah,
he did.
he's
He's
done
done
Butterick
awesome.
is out with a hammy, and Powell, that horrific.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
He's
That's
out with
horrific.
an ankle. So their ins, Atkins, Burgess, Fiorini, Day, Roses, Hollins.
Elijah!
Again, come on, Elijah.
Surely.
You can do it.
You can only knock on the door so many times until someone actually lets
can.
you in.
So-
hey, we're unscathed.
Just to be aware that
aren't
he's
we?
on the extended bench. If you were wondering
Yeah,
if he was in the 22.
but he's knocking.
He's knocking hard.
That's what we need.
We're unscathed
Yes.
from a premium perspective.
Okay.
There's a lot of interesting things in play now. Rowan
Right.
Marshall solo
Yeah.
at his price is by far the best available. But if
But-
it's managed for a week,
That's the
then
thing.
you've got a problem next week.
Agree.
Yes.
He's managed for 1 week, surely.
What, were you at that press conference
Yeah,
as well?
well.
Or I need to know.
Well, I can hit up Twitter
Because
and
his
find out.
price is so low. His form hasn't been outstanding.
Because he hates doing it with his mates.
It's a hard role.
It is.
that he's playing.
So what are the options then for the ruck?
Okay, where do we sit with Luke Jackson?
Okay, so that's tonight. You've got to make that call. If you're listening
You
to this
do.
in the podcast form,
Okay.
well, you might have been too late.
There's
But
a few things with this.
Okay.
The role is going to be increased in the middle,
Of course.
obviously.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be like he's going to be in there 90% of the time. Someone else will still play a heavy chop out, I think, but it's going to be a spike.
Of
surely.
course, I think
now,
so.
he averages about 70. It's a tough matchup,
Okay.
believe it or not.
It is
It
a
doesn't
tough.
sound like one, but it actually
So
is.
Oscar
from a scoring
McInerney, yeah,
perspective.
Oscar is the second hardest ruckman to
Yeah.
score against behind Max Gawn.
How does he not go 80, though?
Well, that's the thing. I think he does.
He's so good around the ground and on the ground,
Yeah.
and he tackles.
He's cheap.
He's
very
so cheap.
How far away is Max? 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's enough.
So you can just have him for a couple of weeks, but you've got to have your get-out plan for that because he's not going to be worth a lot to be able to slide him to someone. You're going to have to... It's an upgrade to get to who you want.
And how much is he going to go up in the next 2 to 3 weeks? 100K?
He's definitely a spot filler.
That's a lot.
It's generous?
50 max.
Give me an average over 3 weeks. He'll play 3 as the main ruck.
To me, it's 80.
Well, I was thinking 80 to 85 would be what you'd think, but then you've got to think about these matchups.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
His matchups aren't great.
He's going to be better, though. This is the other
That's the
thing. Like,
thing.
his
Agreed.
numbers haven't been epic
No.
without Max or anything like that.
No.
It's only happened a couple of times anyway, but he's young.
Yeah.
He's only getting better in his career. Like, his
Another
numbers
thing-
haven't been that bad this year
No,
either.
they haven't. And
So-
do you know what else? When Max is playing, he quite often hits time on ground in the 60s.
Yeah.
I think that's going to
Well, it has to,
increase
doesn't it?
significantly. So there's where that 80 comes from, that natural extra time on ground, extra in the middle. I feel like he can do better than that as well. But I don't want to get too excited.
All right, another issue we need to talk about is the fact that Phil Davis is back. Is that a concern?
It's huge.
Yes,
for
it's
the
massive for
Berg?
the Berg.
It means nothing where they actually name them on the ground, but I do
know.
need to see where the Berg has been named.
Centre half forward.
God!
That's the first time.
Well, he has been
Yes,
every week.
I agree. Yes, he has.
Every week, Calvin.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
I think
However,
you're spending too much money on him. That's my view on it now.
He's gone
he
up
might
what?
still has the role. So he's gone up 160, 70 grand in the last couple
2
of
weeks.
Do you know why he's now in play for me, though?
Oh.
Because I need to replace the ruck, which will probably be with Jackson through Butters and some
Okay.
DPP,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then I'm just left with an awkward amount of money that I need to throw on someone. And at the moment, a rookie would have to be...
So you could put a rookie up to him.
Yes.
I'm okay with that then.
Yeah.
There you go.
If he's still going to play defence. I'm not really okay with it if he's going back to those 40s and 50s.
The thing about these, and it's a little bit like Jackson as well, these 1 or 2 week plays that you've got with them, we get stuck with them every
That's
year.
the thing.
I know we
That
do.
is the problem. This year it feels like worse than ever. Going to have them for a couple of weeks. A month later, they're still kicking around for
Too
you.
right they will be.
And it's not getting any better. It's getting worse. Now, Keefe has been named in the ruck. Who did we think was coming in to chop out? Briggsy will
is.
come in to chop out.
Oh, well,
Berg did it last week.
22's got to be trimmed on those. Check those out on afl.com.au and the
Because
AFL
if he
lineup.
doesn't make it, Berg was actually hitting up in the
Well,
ruck and then
he had to
pushing
do that in the
forward
back
last
half of the
week.
game, yeah.
All right, the other one I'm going to talk about is your boy, Rowan Marshall.
We do have to. Like, how far his price has been plummeting. What would he be? 100K more than Jackson at the moment?
But look at his numbers.
You know what, Roy? He's
I know,
exactly.
but
it's a
solo
1
ruck.
week play of a solo ruck.
Hey,
That's the
If
thing.
it's managed. Managed means 1 week, doesn't
Hey,
it?
Yeah.
Rain Man, he's exactly 100K more.
Is he?
You're a freak.
I mean, that.
How do you do this?
I tap into my John Nash
You're good
every
at what
now
you
and
do.
then.
I know you do.
It's a magic moment when you witness it.
Well done, mate. So is he? It's a no. It's a no. 'Cause
It's a
managed.
play,
It's a maybe
but
for
you've
me.
just got to go, what can happen? Because the other ones are.
Is it the worst? Would you be horrified next week if you got stuck with Marshall playing forward? I don't think it's that bad. He can still actually score.
He can, but the thing is, he hasn't been.
That is a
Who
thing.
are the rucks that you want? Darcy? Sean Darcy? His numbers haven't been anything to write home about, but he's probably the best, and he's one that he sat in the rolling 22 a month or
100%.
so ago,
He
Roy.
did. And at the start of the year, you would have said he was clearly number 3.
Thing is, we're scraping the barrel, and if we're scraping the barrel, you might as well scrape it with Luke Jackson. That's where I sit.
Okay.
Well, I think he's the number 1 option given price and opportunity.
Agree.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast. This is the Gold Diggers, thanks to Sportsbet. Conditions apply. Gamble responsibly. 1-800-858-858.
Now, we had a winner last week.
We?
which was-
Hey.
We?
I.
For a team.
I had it. There's no I in team dog.
Bet with mates.
There's no I in cow. Oh, yes,
Bet
there
with
is.
mates.
It is bet with mate. We are.
All right, so we added $93.75 to our donation to Fight MND. So it's up over $300 now.
Come on.
Roy, you're on for this week. What have you got
I'm
for us?
excited too because Friday night I'm going with a couple of my favourites.
Yes.
Jack Mccrae, 30 or more disposals. Adam Treloar, anytime goal scorer.
Yes.
He's been pushing forward, kicking snags. Archie Perkins, good form and getting a run through the midfield, 15 or more. And Jake Stringer, who I also saw popping into the midfield a bit last week and had a good game, 15 or more disposals, $25 at 4.73.
As the person who won last week, right?
Yeah.
I will tick off your Mccrae. He's gone over 30 in the last 6 weeks, averaging 34. So last week's winner ticks that off.
Anchor and a mould, and you can check those out on the Sportsbet app. When you're watching them live, you get the
you
ticker
do.
going up. So, Royce, Saturday, I
Saturday.
believe that you're having a look at some goal kickers.
I certainly am. I love a goal kicker.
You do?
Always. $1.75. Thank you. Danger, $1.70. And Billings, saw him pushing forward.
Did you?
$2.05. So that's $25.
So he kicked 2 goals last week,
Yeah.
Billings. So to get him as part of your multi over $2,
Bargain.
that's a good thing. You can find Bet with Mates in the Sportsbet app. Start your group, bet together and share the moment. Conditions apply. For more details, see sportsbet.com.au. And as always, gamble responsibly.
All right, here we go.
Calvin's captain.
Everyone.
That's our mates. Captain O'Brien's crack with their little ditty. Yeah. Little sailor ditty for Calvinator. Now, you need to lift, though.
Can I flag something?
Oh, here we go.
I have not. And I've got 2 chances. And I follow you. I have not hit 100 for 3 weeks. I need it.
Can you
I
make it
need
happen for us?
100. I'm coming off of 1,500.
I am the man you shall turn to. I am the man who shall deliver.
Yeah, I need this.
Here we go. This is what we're talking about.
Come on.
Number 1 captain option and your vice captain for tonight. Warn dog, pay attention.
Oh, yes.
Clayton Oliver. Up against Brisbane, who are the 5th easiest for midfielders to score against this year. Coming off his 146 in round 13, he scores against Brisbane a nasty 102.86, and that's okay. 156, 111, 122. He is your man tonight.
Are you doing that?
He has to. Toe the company
A lot
line.
of people, though, have said, what about Neil? Neil's a better option.
Neil Cambridge at number 3.
Okay, so high on the list.
His numbers against Melbourne are nuts. 140, 71, 128, 122. So either way,
This is going to be a massive game.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Both of these guys will be amazing. I think Oliver will be better. Oliver has gone over 140 twice in his last 4 games.
That's rude.
It's rude. It's nasty.
You're going to have to do that.
I will.
Anyway,
It's a
number
BC.
2 option, the meat between the sandwich there, is Jack Mccrae, 148. I'm not going Dunkley, Roy. We'll talk about that in a
No,
minute.
I don't mind this.
Number 1 on form, going at 126 in his last 3. Hawthorn, still the easiest team to score against this year. Okay, and they are still ahead of West Coast. That says something. Now,
That's amazing.
last year against Hawthorn, he went 148, 124. This has the makings of something massive.
He's in good form.
It does.
So that's what he's had this year. Last year against him, 128, 112.
You know what I've
Keep
noticed
going.
most about
124,
Mccrae?
116, 126.
He's good.
He's dialed up the tackling pressure.
Oh, yeah.
It has gone right up. He's gone back-to-back weeks of 8, I think.
There you go.
How does he go in a 7 o'clock game on a Friday night?
He loves
Have
7
you got
o'clock.
any data on that?
I do. In fact, in his last 3 7 o'clock games on a Friday night, he's averaging about 131
Any tackles?
and 8 tackles.
Oh, yeah, we're on.
Stats, maybe.
I like probably most of yours. So
you're telling
to
us-
stitch us up. So we could be done with our captains.
Yeah.
10
by
o'clock Friday night.
Yep, you're
You're
done.
kidding me.
You're done. So, for me,
Wow.
I don't like that.
I'll give you
No,
a
I
couple
don't
wreck
mind
your
it because,
weekend.
well, it could wreck your weekend or it could just
make
mean that
it.
you just don't have to think about
I'll
it.
give you a
true.
couple other options. Bray Shaw at Marvel against Carlton. He's coming off 141 and 131. He's already played Carlton this year, had a 116, before that a 124. He just gets it done.
He's good.
He is so good. I wonder if Carlton will put any attention into him. That's the only other thing.
Possibly.
The other one to look at, of course, is Rory Laird against North Melbourne.
Oh.
In Hobart, you're like, that's got the making of something magical. He had a 124 last week, which was his equal highest score for the year. But does he get a tag from Kanye West?
Well,
Kanye Turner
potentially.
in other people. Kane Turner, but we changed his name.
So who'd that happen to? Josh Kelly a couple of weeks ago.
It was a hard tag on Josh Kelly.
And he decided he was doing it. They were getting flogged and
He didn't care.
he didn't care.
He
He
just
just
kept
doing that job. So that could happen. You don't want to get tagged in the cold either.
No. So I just
ya?
think we stay away from that.
It was snow down there.
What am I going to do? Because I know everybody wants to know.
I do wanna know.
I will be going vice captain Lockie Neal tonight because I don't have Oliver. Into Mccrae, 7 o'clock. He loves 7 o'clock games, dog. 7 o'clock on Friday night.
Yep.
And that will get it done.
The stitch-up plays of
I
Galvinator.
cannot go wrong with that. There is no way I
How?
don't
Surely one
bounce
of
back
those
to
guys
triple
dominate.
figures.
How could not one of those get 120?
What will you
They
take
both.
then? Will you take it 100?
This is the issue here. Because
You
I'm
haven't had
thinking, like I'm that confident with Mccrae coming home, it has to be over 120.
Oh, this is where you'll get in trouble.
This is.
No.
I could have access
Greedy.
to 120 and still
Okay.
miss 100.
We say it every time. So
I need a 120. What's my line?
That's a 120, 100%.
Yeah,
so
thought
if
so.
it's a 119, will you take it?
No.
No, good.
Not if 120 is the
Really?
line.
I love it. I love the strength
Jeez,
there,
I think
Roy.
some people get a little bit greedy with that. Now,
No.
the other question I've got for you, because you've gone
Yeah.
Mccrae as the higher one of him and Dunkley,
Yeah.
does that mean we should go Dunkley? Because looking at my stats on these one, Calvinator, I think you've made that wrong each time.
Firstly, I don't talk like that. What sort of voice was that?
I think you've mucked that up every single time.
No,
You've
this
made
is-
your call between Dunkley and Mccrae, mostly on the VC.
I did call for a re-crunching of numbers last week
Okay.
between the two.
The reason we're not going Dunkley
Right.
is because he has one score over 120 in his last 6.
Oh, and all those weeks that you've told us to make him our captain.
That's what I thought should have ruled him out last week.
Well, yeah,
But it was 5.
107 was all right. You could have taken that.
So don't forget tonight. Obviously, there is a game on. If you haven't already subbed all your players onto the field,
Yeah.
do that. If you've rolled back your team, if you've got any Lions or Demons who were on your bench because they were on the bye last week, get them on. Make sure they're on your ground, and you can edit stuff after that. But it is a little bit of a worry for some coaches there, because I know some people got stuck last week with that.
Yeah,
These
just-
earlier games. 7:20 start tonight. It is.
The funny thing is, we were all tracking. I'm saying
Yep.
us three and a lot of the competition.
Yep.
We're tracking to finish the buys with a team that was built for pure luxury trades
Yep.
on the way home. So far from that,
Oh.
people are still rolling multiple rookies,
Yep.
and it's through no fault of their own.
No. It's half to do with Bruce. He's got to take a little bit of responsibility.
100% he has.
I want to play again.
I reckon I would have had a pretty good crack at the record. They were greatness.
She goes to the milk bar and comes out with 5 Heralds and I'm on the front.
It has been a privilege and a pleasure to spend time with the Centurions, getting to hear their stories in their words.
It was just a buzz of a place to be.
Oh, it's exciting. You take that conversion rate any day of the week.
Subscribe to the Centurions wherever you get your podcasts, and keep clicking back to afl.com.au and the AFL Live app for another instalment with the game's greatest goal kickers.
Nothing wrong with a bit of me time.
Now, just a couple of observations out of the teams.
Yes.
Dangerfield, we thought he was going to be back in.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
No deal.
Still no do. Wow.
Fix that Mouldy up.
Oh,
your mum
I
here.
will. I certainly will.
Yeah,
I
so
thought that was all the talk.
that's one thing.
I'm going to have to adjust my draft team too. Get Steele back, no danger. I was excited.
All right, Cameron wants to know from our Facebook page, who's the best ruck, stuck between Darcy or Jackson?
Oh, God, we're back on it.
Here we go.
I hoped it was the end of it. Look,
Okay.
Darcy is the better chance of being someone you want to
Yeah.
hold for the rest of the year. He was the 3rd ranked ruck at the start of the year.
Yep.
His form has been up and down,
It's nearly 200K
but
difference.
I'm going Jackson.
It's
The value.
200,000 difference.
If you're doing Jackson, you've got
Close.
the view of getting Tim English and or Max
Yes.
gone back at some point.
Yeah.
Because the other little elephant in the room is we've got a lot of people have got Cameron. Could you go to Cameron? Is he still an option if you don't have him?
Look, Grundy's still a few weeks off.
He is.
But eventually he'll be in.
And
And
you know
therefore
what
you don't
else?
need to trade
You know what
Cameron
else makes that less attractive than it should be? How good Cox was
Yeah.
last week.
Yep.
He's
That's
going to
a
get
worry.
more time in the middle. He was amazing.
Okay, so it is saving the coin going Jackson over Darcy.
It is, and like I said, I'm fully expecting an 80, but this could be ugly.
Look, I'm with you.
I think I'll
but
go
how,
Darcy.
How
Are
ugly?
you? I don't blame you.
How
I
ugly could it
understand that.
be? It's only going to be a 60 at
and,
worst.
And that's what he averages more than that anyway.
Better
How
than
could
Jamison,
it be
I know you're
worse?
playing him, aren't you?
Okay.
Jamo, we're not doing
Hey,
Jamo.
Darcy Cameron this week, though, is only up against Briggsy. No juicy to go against.
I like that.
Okay.
Anyway, just saying. Good matchup.
Okay. Next one.
Okay.
On that same thought. Riley O'Brien, is he an option over Darcy?
Look,
Similar prices?
yeah, and he's not missing through injury as frequently.
No. And that's always a concern with
He's gone
Darcy.
107 in his last 3, and he had that.
But that thumper
still had a
bumps
thumper.
that up.
Still had a thumper. He's still capable.
Oh, this is what he had in his last 3. When you put 170 next to that,
But he still had it.
At least he's got access to a thumper, like his ability, dog, despite you questioning it every week.
Yeah. Why don't you like him? He had 87 last
he burnt
week.
me very badly.
Too right. he
Yeah,
did.
and he's done it multiple times. He's like a mini Bruce. Can you do that? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Like, I don't know why I'm just not considering safe plays there.
Yeah.
Mini set and forgets for
Yeah,
the rest of the year.
I hear you.
Nank the Tank's been thrown up. I don't think he can, but I think Soldo being in hurts.
He has been so
His
good.
numbers have been
They are just
outstanding,
rock
the Nank.
solid. Yeah. He's been really
But another
good.
one I don't consider.
No, you wouldn't
Too
do it.
safe.
Yeah, way too safe. Let's go Juicy Bruce instead.
So Carter wants to know here, basically holding English and going Butters to Jackson and swing that. So you can obviously do the, because they're both ruck forward DPPs, and I'm sure there's probably other ways you can do it as well. Yes.
I tick it.
I tick it.
Even makes you a couple of dollars.
I
going
tick
Butters.
it, and I'm cheering hard for that 80.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah, we can do it.
Wits.
Yeah.
Look, the only thing that makes that unattractive is his last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
He's dropped
which
off a
haven't
little
been,
bit.
yeah.
If you get Witty, you would have wanted that hot patch at such a bargain price earlier.
77 last week. Should have done better than that.
Yeah. So I don't love it, but at least he fronts up every week.
Well, that's it.
Could you jump on Timmy T?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Could.
Look, his form in the Magoos last week was sensational.
Yep.
Every other fantasy relevant player under Spike has come in their best position and absolutely flourished.
Yep.
What is Tim Taranto going to sit at full forward?
Nope.
I just cannot see it happening under Spike. I think he gets an uptick as well
Is
from
the
what he
back
was doing.
an issue, though?
It is, because he's been out for so long, well, a few weeks at least.
Well, he's
The
got a
thing is,
game
though,
under his belt,
The
though.
thing is, so he's 120k less than what he started at.
Bargain.
He has a break-even of 117. I think we get a couple of weeks to even look at him if we need to, or at least you can go
But if
week.
some people are just making their final upgrade in the forward line, though. Can they just launch into someone who, now he's back, I rank possibly in the top 3 or 4?
I think you
forwards.
can. I definitely think you can.
So you can launch.
Based on the fact that Spike has been playing these guys
That's
in
what
the
I think.
position. Yeah, I think you can.
Right, can you tick this one off for Bailey then? English to Darcy and Butters to Bont.
I
Yeah.
don't mind the Bont.
That shoulder, he still scored well
He still
last week,
scores.
so
There's not a problem
he's
in
not
that.
missing because of that
Bont's
shoulder.
fine. I'm really fearful of encouraging people to trade out English.
Yeah.
I have to flag that
Yeah.
because he's the best forward and the best ruck in the actual game. If he misses a week, next week you are going to really want that dude back, and it might take you longer to get there than people that haven't owned him at all.
Yep.
That's a bitter pill to swallow.
Agree. What are you doing with the English, dog?
At the moment, I'm trading.
You're worried about
I'm
2
worried
to
about
3
2
weeks.
weeks,
aren't
yeah.
you?
Are you being deceptive to all the people out there once again?
No?
So
Because I'm not actually locked in on it.
So you will trade?
Things, yeah.
You definitely trading?
Not definitely.
If you
trading.
don't-
things you can change your mind. You're allowed to do that. I know you lock your trades in so you don't think about it again. And then
Should have done that last week,
Yeah,
right?
no.
I
that
just
was-
got to. Yeah,
should have played your
Let's
same.
just not ever think about that again. So, Dog, what if you held? How would you hold, and what would you do,
If I held, it would be like Butters down to
Jackson? Yeah,
and then it would just be a rookie shuffle, I think.
yeah.
And that's all it would be.
You've still got capable rookies,
He does.
don't you?
Yeah,
to
so
cover
that would mean Hobbs is on my ground.
Yeah.
Hobbs is covering for English for this week.
Right.
Which is a capable dude.
He's done
Against the
3
Eagles.
70s in a row.
Yeah, should do 70
He could
against
do.
the
He could
Eagles.
do the 80.
Turn up against the Eagles, mate.
Five
You could
votes
turn
is
up
the,
against-
Michael
You've
Barlow
got an
medal.
interesting play there. So
Yeah.
for me in this whole
But
scenario,
my worry is that it is 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and that's why
that's the worry.
I really don't want
So
to.
my holding Prusy at the moment, if I didn't upgrade one of the bench options, I'd be playing someone like Paddy McCartan or Robbie McComb.
Okay.
And I really can't see that hitting 50.
Well, I'm holding Prusy just so I can play Jamison and just so I can get the excitement of Prusy next week, Roy.
Wow. Who's your downgrade target of the week? Because a few people have asked who would you be getting.
good
Is
question.
it Massimo D'Ambrosio?
It's
named
got to
on
be.
field?
Thing is, though, he only had that 44.
He had 28 in a quarter.
28 in one quarter.
How many people can do that?
He
No.
basically ticked all boxes for a rookie that you almost missed, but because he had a couple of quieter quarters, he's still at such an attractive price. Like the way he played, his hunger for the ball, that second quarter, I saw enough to think he's there for the long haul. He's a good pick.
Would you pay a very good matchup?
Would you pay the 60-odd K more to go to your boy, Paddy Parnell?
No.
No. I do like Parnell as well, but not at this time of the year. I wouldn't like.
Not for a lot of money.
We actually don't need these guys on the ground anymore.
No, we don't.
And I think his job security is good, so I think he is the perfect dude to tick off as the number one trade-in option rookie.
100%.
Now, there's a few other questions coming in. Oh, this one's been popular. Parker or Taranto? And I've got that decision because that's what I would be doing if I'm trading. It's Parker or Taranto. I can't quite get to Treloar, which is devastating because that's where I would go. But I like Parker a lot.
Look, I think I'm Timmy out of all of them.
Just coming back.
Yeah, I'm doing it. He had over 30 touches last week.
He did. There's nothing wrong with your back if you're doing that. I agree. I'd go Taranto just for the pure excitement.
It is VFL/Neefel.
Oh, that's true. The old Neefel days. But it's more exciting. Taranto is a 130 and potential 140 on his day. Parker hasn't hit that for a very long time.
Parker's solid as a rock, but his whole career he's been solid for a 95 or 6 average at the end of the year.
Yep.
Hits those rippers, has some quiet ones. He finishes on 95.
Parker's only gone over 120 twice this year. I reckon Taranto can do that easily for the rest of the year.
Lauren wants to know Laird versus Walsh. Who do you get?
I know where I sit with this.
Lairdy.
Look, it's Lairdy with his run home. However, Walsh is not going to be far off.
No. I think you back the draw.
Yeah.
I think you go Laird.
The scale of hardness.
Well, even the fact that Walsh has got Freo this week compared to Laird, if he goes untagged, he's got North Melbourne.
Walsh is a beast, but that draw for Lairdy is just too good to pass.
It is.
But he might get tagged, you said.
Yeah, I don't think
Nah, it's Laird.
Now, right at the top end there, Andy Brayshaw or Clayton Oliver. Now, Roy, the Rolling 22 has announced on Monday's podcast. Go back and have a listen to that if you like.
So, unfortunately, if I'm backing that in, I have to go Brayshaw. But
similarly priced?
Yeah. And given the matchups this week, I'd be launching into Oliver.
Yep. I think Oliver.
Right.
Who do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Brayshaw.
Do you?
Just because he is number one.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Well, God, it is hard to pick
They're
someone
both
over
epic.
him. He's amazing.
Toss the coin, I reckon.
You've got to do that tonight, though, my friend.
You do.
Right. Is Hayes to Jackson and holding English a play? So you, need 100 and something out of that?
Too right, that's a play.
Yep.
That's a great play.
I like that one.
Yep.
So it's like sort of your bench cover.
Yeah.
And you'd be more comfortable with your Jackson off the bench for a couple of weeks for English. As long as you can do that. As long as you're happy with your team in other spots.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. And then it's nice cash you've got access to trade out later.
Yeah. I think that's a play.
That's definitely a play.
Could you go Jack Steele this week?
It's a no on
God,
Jack
here
this
I
week.
am saying all in on Taranto confidently.
But
different shoulder.
Yeah.
It's a shoulder.
Back's still bad, though. Spinal.
Spinal, all right.
He hasn't had a run in the VFL/Neefel, though, Dog, has he?
No, I don't think so. Look, I wasn't overly impressed what I was seeing from Steele.
No, I agree.
Pre-injury.
Yeah.
As a big, expensive midfielder, probably a pass on that, I think.
It's a weight,
there's
though.
a lot of good options. Hell yeah, it's a weight.
Yep.
All right. Jamison or Judson Clark to field this week?
Jamison or Judson Clark?
He's held his spot again.
Thing is, my mate Jamo, he's only up against Draper.
And he's due for a 60.
Did you not listen to Roy's graph?
He's due for a 60.
It's a 60 easy. I'm going 70, Roy. This will be...
Are you?
Yeah, he's having a day
He
out.
has done that before.
He's having a day out. Who's the other one?
Judson.
Oh, jeez. Old Juddy. He's been really good, though.
He has. He's been a very good option.
On debut, he was outstanding.
He was.
thought.
I'm Jamo. Oh, I'm Jamo over Judd.
I just don't know with that one.
Flip a coin.
I reckon they're both hitting 45.
Yeah, they're both going to be bad. You're okay, mate. Flip a coin.
Right, I'm getting all my notifications from the fantasy app at the moment telling me all these draft players are injured.
That's not
I had a little bit of a play with that this morning. Oh, I haven't come out of the bye rounds real well.
Really?
Like with the dudes that are out.
I've got to have a look at that.
Could be a little bit of an issue this weekend. Rightio, this weekend, we're nearly there.
We
the
are.
first game does start very soon.
Oh, geez.
25 minutes or so,
What?
guys. So
I've got stuff to do, guys.
7:20 Australian Eastern Standard Time for the start of the Demons and the Lions game. So make sure your D's and your Lions are subbed onto your ground. That's your first thing. Be careful if you hit a bit of a rollback team that they don't go to your bench because they had the bye last week and people get caught out on that one.
Yes.
So, yes, don't forget as well, rounds 14 to 17. Kids go free to the footy.
They do.
So go and find those details on afl.com.au and the AFL Live app. Keep hitting it up across the weekend for all the news that you need to know, including Friday, 5 p.m. Those teams, because we're back to 3 games on Sunday.
Yeah.
So there's 6 teams worth of 22s being trimmed.
Significant.
And there could be some players there that may
Be in
be
trouble.
a drama for us.
Look, Luke Jackson, I need to channel like all my energy into this decision.
I can't believe we've got to do this
20
in
minutes.
20-odd minutes.
Yeah, that's how we roll, though.
Right.
Let's do it.
Thanks, legends. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, you can catch all the content on afl.com.au, including Calvin's Fantasy Ready.
Oh, yeah.
Be a good one this week, I reckon.
Why not? Oh, Freddie back again.
It is back. All right. Good luck this weekend.